Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In here, I want to explain about the example of three tenses. The first is simple present. The second is past perfect and perfect past perfect continuous. And the last is simple future perfect and future perfect continuous. Before we get started, I want to introduce myself. My name is Akia Fadilubun. I'm 18 years old and I'm a student at the Ambon State Islamic Institute of Religion, majoring in English in the second semester. And now I live in Arema. So that's my brief introduction. Let's start to talk about the example of three tenses. So the first is simple present. And the first, she cooks 5 eggs every morning for her breakfast during her visit to Thailand. Second, we sail to some beautiful islands in Marseille every month to celebrate our achievement at the office. And third, my brother never stays up until late night. Fourth, Miss Dania often speaks too fast when she is in the classroom. Fifth, Rani writes a poem every time she remembers her later mother. And sixth, the shopping mall employs tens of cleaning service to keep the area trash-free. Seventh, this rocking chair reminds me of my grandmother every time I see it. Eighth, the enigmatic beauty of pyramid attracts visitors from all over the world. Ninth, snakes do not have the ability to chew this prey. 10th, the last, successful people do not believe in luck, but they believe in hard work. So the next is simple past perfect and past perfect continuous. For the first, my teacher had explained the material by the time I arrived at the classroom. And second, had Andy searched some sporting data before he presented the result of his experiment. And third, Tony had perfected his design before he drew it to the market. Fourth, I had visited Thailand 3 times before I met you. Fifth, Annie had ordered some food for dinner by the time you offered to take her out. Sixth, Melati had booked to sit at the cinema when her boyfriend cancelled the date. Seventh, I didn't come to your party because I had made a promise to my daughter. Eighth, I had sent the application for my scholarship when I realized that one file hadn't attached to it yet. Ninth, all my friends texted me because I hadn't uploaded our photos. 10th, I had written a letter from my parents by the time Rizka entered the room. 11th, Andy and Aldi had been planting trees around their village for over a year when they got a scholarship to Australia. 12th, how many chapters had Nabila been reading before she fell asleep last night? 30, had Rina been studying when you entered his room last night? 14, Sukma had been combing her hair for 30 minutes when Melati picked her up last night. 15, and the last, Tono and Ali hadn't been eating all day when I met at their dorm yesterday. For the last is future perfect and future perfect continuous. First, I will have posted 1,000 articles by the end of this year. Second, my grandfather will not have mastered the melody of the song by the end of this week. Third, will Andy and Aldi have visited the Golden Temple next month? Fourth, my cat will have eaten all pizza that you left on the dining table by tomorrow morning. Fifth, the train will have departed by the time Rizka arrived at the station. Sixth, Ali will have collected 500 pieces of stamps in 2 years' time. Seventh, the committee will have announced the name of the winners of the competition at 1 p.m. The eighth, I will have taught this material to your classmates when you return from Japan next week. Ninth, Tony will have translated all documents into the Indonesian tonight. 10th, I will not have memorized all of my students' name by the end of this meeting. 11th, I will have been traveling to several countries in the world 10 years from now. 12th, Rani will have been dancing for about 15 minutes when you arrive. 13, I will not have been sleeping for 3 hours when the ship reaches the port. 14, will Annie have been studying for more than 2 hours by 9 p.m. tonight? 15, or the last, will Ari have been staying in Ambon for over 2 years by 2030? Okay, so that's all. Maybe that's all for me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.